problem here this one's actually out of 14.2, and it's asking us to multiply and simplify. So again, remember the idea here is I need to factor everything I can, all right? So my first step here, guys, is going to be, let me factor the numerator there. Okay, so when I'm going to factor x squared minus 9, I'm going to use my difference of squares formula, okay? My difference of squares formula says one's going to be minus, one's going to be plus, okay? Whatever this is right here, in this case, it's an x squared. My question is, what do I need to multiply by itself to get x squared? Well, x and x, that goes in the first spot. Difference of squares should always have a minus, and we do. And then since the second number is 9, the question I have to ask myself is what times what gives me 9? So 3 times 3. Again, one is always negative, one's always positive, okay? Now, for the bottom part here, this one I can actually use the shortcut because the number in front of my x squared is a 1. So remember, because the number in front of my x squared is a 1, I'm still going to multiply the first and the last number. That's going to give me a negative 3. Now, I'm looking for two numbers that multiply to a negative 3, but if I were to add them together, I would get a negative 2. So remember, my options are 1 and 3, 1 and 3, and I can have a negative 1 and a positive 3, or a positive 1 and a negative 3. If I want to end up with a negative 2, those will give me my negative 2, right? Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and factor the bottom part. Because this is my shortcut, I can always just put x and x, and then I'm just going to copy those numbers there. One is a positive 1, the other one's a negative 3, okay? Now, for this piece, I can't really factor it. There's nothing I can factor out of x plus 1, and I can't really do anything with that x either. Now, all I'm going to do is cancel my common factors. So look, this x minus 3 will cancel with that x minus 3. This x plus 1 will cancel with that x plus 1. So the only thing I'm left with now is x plus 3 all over x.